If you think only money can bring it, you just try it, verify. Without the right understanding, if you think the relationship you can conduct well, try it. If it works, works fine. Ultimately, it has to work. If it is working well for you in some other way, that is perfectly fine. The proposal is that right understanding is required, relationships are required, money is also required. But without the right understanding, how much money we require, how do we utilize the facilities we have, that also will be not be clear to us. We may mix up everything. Through the things we may want to get happiness. I build a big house and get happiness. I wear certain clothes, get happiness. I wear certain metal on my body, get happiness. Or I get an award, get happiness. So we may mix up things like this. So right understanding is the key. So right understanding is like a compass, it's like a map, it's like a manual for the life. So what is this right understanding? So in the right understanding, 4 modules, 4 parts we talked about. Part 1 is right understanding of what, first of all? Right understanding of myself. I need to understand myself. And that is the actual part of entire thing. In fact, once you understand yourself, everything is actually taken care. Understanding the self, myself. That means what is a human being? What is a chair? We know that it is made of certain material, it has certain shape, it has certain properties, it can do this, all this we know. You buy a phone, it has certain camera, certain processor, certain memory, certain size, certain weight, all this we know. Similarly, human being means what? We said it is body plus self. Body plus self. And body requirements are things, items, facilities, food, clothing, house, things basically, all the things that we need, physical things, physical facilities. The self requirement is happiness. Body requirements are taken care by the things and self requirements are taken care by right understanding and right feeling. I need to have this knowledge. I think, okay, I think the live may be a problem. Yeah, that way it is fine. Oh, make button. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That is for the live, not for you. It is for online live. Okay. Yeah. So self requires right understanding. We need to be clear. Let us say if you are confused about something, immediately you are not comfortable. Even if the smallest thing also, let's say tomorrow you have to go somewhere. You don't know the address. You are confused. You are here. You don't know whether to go left or right. Then you are not in a harmonious state. Self requires things to be clear. Clarity is required in life. Right understanding is required. And feelings. Whatever feelings we have inside for others, that has to be positive, right feeling. Any wrong feeling, mistrust, opposition, ingratitude, disrespect, any feeling we have inside immediately makes us unhappy. So once we recognize this, we can work on it. We know we are recognized that we need money. We are recognized that if you want money, this something you have to do, either you study, either you get into business, either you do some service, that we are doing. We are doing properly, any child, right, is sent complete about 15 years, we give him time so that he becomes worthy of doing something and then he can earn for himself. That part, as a human civilization, we worked it out. We worked out that alone life is difficult. Then, it will be good if somebody gets married and he has a family relationship, minimum relationship required. That we worked out as a society. As a society, we worked out. These practices are there. This is there in the culture, all countries, right? Similarly, one more thing we have not worked out. Money we worked out. 3 things are there. No? Money we worked out. Relationship worked out. But again, how do we figure out how much money? How do we solve the relationship problems? How do we first of all clear my own self? That part we have not worked out so far. The human civilization is progressing. Quite a few things are done, right? So this thing is left out, right? This is when I make a remark about the entire society. But as individuals, many of them are recognized. Many of them are working on it. They lead a satisfied life, right? That they are contented life. That I have enough. They don't have relationship problems, or they know how to solve it, and they are happy inside. So some individuals are worked out. I am making overall, as a society comment. Okay. So body and self we discussed. The self part I want to discuss a little more in detail in this session. The self part, what goes on inside, which is not physical thing. That part I will discuss in little more detail. But before that, if there are any questions, I will take.
There is not a fight between the communities over space, high space over space.
Yeah. Yeah, please sit. So the question is about the relationships. So that we'll do in the next session. About the relationship, we'll do it in the next session. Okay. As of now, we'll take questions at individual level, relationships related, society related, nature related. In further sessions, we'll take.
And the feelings that we feel subjective, like there are positive and negative feelings, but are they?
Okay. Yeah.
The feelings that we feel are pretty much subjective to the condition. There are positive and negative feelings, but they are subjective, right? So, how do we judge whether it's the correct or apt feeling? Am I feeling correct? Is it the correct feeling that I should feel for this situation?
Yeah. So the question is, sometimes we have right feeling, sometimes we don't have it, and it also getting influenced by the outside situation. That's the question, right? And then how do we decide whether to have this thing? So what I'm saying is that leave about the outside situation now. Just think about yourself. The moment the feeling is not right, there may be valid reason. Somebody did something wrong. Out situation itself is bad or anything. All justified reasons are there. But even with all these justified reasons, based on the feeling you have, either you are happy or unhappy. So it is your choice. As of now, for many of us, when things do not work out the way they are supposed to, the way according to our expectations, immediately we have, if things work out, we have good feeling. If it doesn't work out, then we are disappointed. And then we think that it is obvious, things have not worked out. I failed in the exam, how you expect me to be happy? Right? Something, very sad incident happened, how do you think me to expect it? That's what we are thinking. But here, I'm requesting that you take a pause and see that things are not automatic. Independent of what is happening outside, there is a choice for us how you will feel inside. There is a choice. If we are unconscious, if our awareness is, not so intense, then whatever happens outside, accordingly, I'll get affected. But if your sadhana, if your awareness, if your inner state is little better, then your inner state will be independent of what is happening outside. At least to a large extent. Because this much you can, common sense you can observe. Let us say something happened. Person A gets very disturbed. Some person B is not so disturbed. Right? We can see that between two people also. Both of them are in the same situation. Yes, sir. That itself is telling that it is possible for at least somebody to not get so much disturbed about them in the same situation. Isn't it? Whatever it is, the truth is, the design in the nature is that whatever reasons you give, if the feeling inside me towards anybody is not right, that means it's a feeling of, not a feeling of relationship, it is a feeling of opposition. Even before you express to the other person, you may never express, right? Let's say you have a wrong feeling towards your boss, right? Your teacher, your professor, your student, your professor. You will not express. He is going to give you the grades.
They won't give you the space.
Okay, but you will have it inside. Na? So that fellow will never know that you have that feeling, but you will suffer already. You will suffer already. And are you achieving anything through that? Nothing. Nothing. You may justify for the wrong feeling, but it is you. You have to now. It feels like it is this guy who is making me suffer. We weave a story. We weave a story and say that because of this guy I am suffering. We weave a story. That guy only behaving as per his ability. It is for me. How do I, take it? And there is a choice for me. As of now, the choice, the ability to exercise that choice, I am not developed to that extent. Or I am not able to see that there is a choice. I am not able to see that there is a choice. Once we see that choice, we will exercise that choice. We will exercise that choice.
Can you just give us some example? The one which you just told us, boss.
Yeah. So, for example, let us say, randomly, let's say, like you had some argument, with your life partner. Okay, you had an argument with life partner, or somebody cheated. Let us say, he said that.
I just wanted to know if our boss or higher ups, we feel that they have some negative feeling. They don't give us space. In that situations, we cook up our own stories. What you said, as per our ability, and we feel negative about it, and we think that they are not allowing it because of them. The situation has been created. So, in such situations, how we should elevate ourselves and deal with it.
Yeah, I'll explain that. That is the essence of the session. I'm saying, as of now, I'm only saying that it is possible. How to do, I will explain. I'm only saying that it is possible for us. Because for a moment, let us say that it is not possible. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? हम जिंदगी भर ऐसे मिजरेबल रह जाएंगे क्या? कि हम तभी खुश होंगे तब पूरी दुनिया में पूरे लोग चल जाएंगे तभी खुश होंगे क्या? जैसे for a logical thing, you just argue. Let's say I'm getting disturbed by my family members, my office colleagues, and some of them I cannot change. Not change in the sense of changing their attitude. I cannot go away from them also. Let us say. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? That I should remain unhappy all the time. Do you think nature design is like that? No. So it is possible. So that's what we are going to discuss. Okay, so first I want to give you a little big picture, the big picture of this, that evolution, existence and evolution. As you see, the outside entire existence, there are things, right? You have soil, you have rocks, you have plants, you have animals, there are humans, right? Material order, plant order, pranic order, and the human order. And these things are evolving continuously. They have been evolving, they are evolving, they will evolve. This evolutionary process continuously changes, is going on. Unfortunately, we don't even feel that evolutionary process. It's almost quasi-static. I mean, almost it feels like a static thing. The changes you cannot see in your lifetime also, but things are, changing. So in the evolutionary process, what for this evolutionary process is going on? The entire objective of the evolutionary process is enlightenment of every person. Certain state of stability is achieved through the evolution. Okay, that stability state for us, for humans, is the enlightenment, where you are continuously happy. And that is guaranteed. Nature will do it. If you don't do it, nature will do it. If you do it, it will happen early for you. If you leave it to the nature, it may happen late. That's the only thing. Through workshop, what we are trying to do is accelerate that process. It will happen anyway. जिंदगी में वैसे सीखो या धक्का मार के सीखो, धक्का खा के सीखो, सीखना तो फिक्स है, अभी नहीं सीखो तो बाद में सीखेंगे. It's very simple, right? Let's say somebody is not listening, बाद में सीखेगा. ऐसे ही होने वाला है, right? So what we are doing is a proactive thing, right? So we can accelerate the process. External support and helps, but will not cause it. For example, participating in this workshop, discussion with friends, colleagues, watching some videos, books, it will help. But you do these things, उसी से हो जाएगा नहीं. अभी हमारे बहुत सारे फ्रेंड्स हैं इस टाइप का वर्कशॉप 1000 बार अटेंड किए होंगे, 1,00,000 घंटे का यूट्यूब वीडियो देखे होंगे, कुछ चेंज नहीं आया. इससे नहीं होने वाला है, इससे इंफॉर्मेशन मिलेगा, वो लाइफ में अप्लाई करने से ही आगे बढ़ेंगे. Will just improve only when we implement it in the life. So evolution of the body is done, like the body is evolved, body is fine. Evolution of the self is a continuous, it is ongoing process. It's an ongoing process for most of us. So in the ongoing process, for example, the body also, you see, the child is born, he doesn't even know how to walk, how to sit and all. So in few years he learns. Similarly, self-development is happening. Self-development is happening. If you don't care a child, right, his body growth also will be problem, isn't it? The child is born, if you don't care, don't give proper nutrition, this thing, body growth also will be problem, isn't it? Facilities you don't give, what you. Similarly, self growth, the guidance required for the self growth, the environment required for the self development, that is not recognized by the families, education system, society yet. नाम के लिए तो उसको वैल्यू एजुकेशन का नाम कुछ दिया है, सब्जेक्ट भी है जिसके बारे में nobody gives any value to it. Okay, so but if that is not happen, lower conscious level means animal like tendencies. So the tendencies in us, if the development has not happened, how will such a human being, the human being in the form of a human body, how will he behave? It more like a animal levels. What is important for animal? Food. Any animal that is roaming around, it is roaming for only one thing. Where is my next meal? Right? It is roaming for the food. So what human beings, what we do, if we are not worked on our self-development, we will try to get more happiness from money, name, position, power, sensual pleasures. Sensual pleasures. Right? This is what will be the lower conscious level. This is the underdeveloped self. A human being yet not developed at the level of the self. We see that more and more tendency for money, more and more tendency for name and fame. And social media in the hands of such people will go make them more mad. Right? You are looking for more likes, more shares, more this, more that. Same. Name and fame is much dangerous. Name and fame is not, my name has to be there in the history. I do anything for it. So position, a higher position is going to make me happy. So as of now, the clarity level, the understanding level of that person is that I will be more happy if I have more money, if I have higher position, if I am known to many people, then I will be more happy. That is the understanding he has. That is the mindset, whatever you name it, that's the mindset we have. And then this is actually ignorance. Though I am referring to as understanding, that kind of understanding is actually ignorance and ego. A person with lack of understanding exhibits egoic behavior. And that behavior will be discrimination. They will do discrimination. Men and women discrimination, higher position, lower position discrimination, rich and poor discrimination, elder and younger person discrimination. You will find that the discriminatory behavior will be there, whether it in a meeting or in an office, every other place. The ability to see everybody as the same, that will be missing. Negative projection. In such people, their thoughts, always will project future as negative. मेरा नौकरी चले जाएगी, I may get a heart problem, I may have to put on ventilator, for that I'll keep saving money now itself. आगे मेरे बच्चे मेरे को नहीं देखेंगे, so I'll save for retirement also. Negative projection, proper negative projection, will happen if the mind is not evolved. And judgmental, you keep judging other person. They're wearing such and clothes, he may be this kind of person, that kind of lady, this kind of person. So this villager. So judgment, you keep on, judgmental, greed. You cannot share any name of, you say that today, now I have less salary, only I have 1 lakh. When I get 2 lakhs, I will donate. 2 lakhs also you will never donate. In fact, if there is a chance, then you'll cheat also, right? So that greed will be there. And then the tendency is that accumulate, keep on accumulate, right? And restless. You don't feel happy. So this is the, not all of them may not be there in another person. Some of these are symptoms of self that is not evolved, right? I'm not saying that, and if we evolve higher conscious level, we are already happy within. We are contented. We are happy already. There is a clarity within, and we value relationships more and more. Such a person will value relationship as higher. If there is some argument between us, let's say you are saying that you will go to some place. I'm saying someone go to some other place. So I'll value relationship with you more than going to such place, or going to certain restaurant, going to certain movie, or we are, let's say as a family we are deciding we will buy some curtains, color out of choices. Let's say I'll value you than the curtains. That's what the properties, right? The attitude of a person with higher conscious level, and they will help others, love others. For example. So they may not feel anybody as other. Very quickly they mingle with others, talk to them, right? So this will happen. And even before anything happens, we can practice human consciousness. We can practice all of these things. We can practice and then make it as our nature. The guide is inside. So the inner conscious is there, inner voice is there. So the practice is simply that you look inside. The voice is telling you what is to be done, right? You go by that. That's what is the progress. And for that, you have to be self-aware. So be aware. So we are aware of what is going on here, what is going on here, aware. Self-aware is be aware about yourself, what is going on inside. The more we pay attention to what is going on inside, the more growth is there. So this self-evolution, that is my self-development, is going to happen through self-awareness. So many of you asked how to do it. The how to do is this awareness. Practice awareness. What is going on inside? If something is going wrong, then you test. Right? I am unnecessarily thinking about this. I unnecessarily have this wrong feeling. So you correct that feeling. And then you immediately feel better. The way you are aware of your body, some pain is there, some gas is somewhere is there, you are changing the position, you are sat like this, some pain is immediately you are stretching. So aware of the pain. Similarly aware about the thoughts also. What is going on, this inside. So skip this. If you see in the self, in the body we understood, we breathe, oxygen going inside, carbon dioxide coming outside, solids are going inside, digesting, converting it into all nutrition, all that. But in the self, what is going on is continuously these thoughts are going on in us. In our self, continuously these thoughts are going on. And then some thoughts are acceptable, some thoughts are not acceptable for natural acceptance. So anywhere, if there is a conflict, if the thoughts are clear, there is no problem. If there is a harmony in the thoughts, there is no problem. So you cannot stop thinking also. The solution is not stop thinking, but solution is, have clear thoughts, have right thoughts, have right feelings. And if there is a harmony in our thoughts, if the feelings are right, that is what is the happiness. Happiness is nothing more, nothing less, not any big thing. If inside, if we are clear, right, our feelings are right, our thoughts are right, then we are happy. If there is some clarity, some confusion, some questions we have, we don't know the answer, how to go about it, then we are not happy. That is as simple as that. And our behavior outside, whatever behavior we do, whatever work we do, are actually expression of the self. Let us say if I have a disturbing thought, I have an opposition feeling to somebody. At that time, if somebody comes and asks you, what will be your response? We will show irritation on them also. So our behavior that is coming out of, it is basically not because of them also. It is because of what state I am inside. inside. And let us say I'm in a disturbing thought, I'm thinking about it, as I take the steps, I may just fall. I may take a wrong step. And the work we do, we may forget to turn off the stove, right? We may do some mistakes. So the work we do, the behavior we do is actually directly proportional to in what state we are inside. When we are peaceful, contented, clear, the work we do also will be very good. The way we deal with our children, deal with our families. When you are happy, you play so joyful with the children. When you are tired, that day, say that you go and play. Isn't it? So, what actually our life outside is actually reflection of life inside. In fact, life is inside only. Life is inside. So, but we don't pay so much attention to what is going on inside. The more we set right the inside, outside just it is an expression of what is in. What comes out is an expression of what is there in the inside. So, I'm trying to represent the same thing. Let's say this is our self. Continuously some desires, thoughts, imagination is going on. In fact, if we observe, you will see like movie. Sometimes we see in the sleep, right? Dreams. We almost see like a movie. You sitting here, you're talking here. All this imagination goes on in the self. It is going on continuously. We may be seeing it sometimes. We may not be seeing it sometimes. The more you see it, it gets better and better. The more you pay attention here, it gets better and better. See, you pay attention to your home, everything you put in order, you clean up everything, the home is clean. Similarly, you pay attention here, then things will settle down inside also. So, imagination, if you see our imagination, what is going on, what is driving our imagination, what is the source of our imagination? One is sensation, like we trying to be happy through sensation. Sensation like sleep or sex or eating, such thing, any pleasure, watching something, listening something. So we may have such thoughts. If the session is over, I'll just go relax and watch my phone. You may have thought like that. It is related to sensation category. I mean the thoughts we observe, right? So we say that the food is not good here. If there is a chance, maybe can we go in the evening outside, find out some food and eat. It's your thinking like that. So it is a sensation driven taste.
You're reading our minds. You are reading our minds.
No, every mind is same. So the food is not good. I don't know if the nearby is there in some place and eat. So this is a category 2 sensation. Because as of now, our happiness, one of the key sources of our happiness is this. Right? Healthy food is not happiness. Okay. So this one. Right? We may have thoughts related to these assumptions. Let's say somebody is listening here, already thinking that this I'll explain to somebody and make him realize these things.
Better now.
Yeah. So typically what will happen? What will happen is that those who listen, they immediately want to transfer it to their family members, particularly their husband, their wife. They want them to sit here. So our workshops also like this. Those who are troublemakers, who we think should listen this, they will never come to our workshop. They'll never come to our workshop. So, but those who are, let's say, reasonably okay, those are the people we get actually. Right? But then we don't have any other chance also. इन्हीं लोगों को और मजबूत करना है और कोई रास्ता भी नहीं, right? And through a long process they might come. Okay. So if you are having thoughts like this, then you will get some kick, some satisfaction by explaining it to somebody, or you think that I'll do such and such thing, then everybody will think that I'm so great, then I'll be happy. So these are all assumptions. Do you think if somebody becomes famous, he will be very happy? More famous means more happy? Yes or no? More famous, more happy? If at all, if any person is getting more and more abuses, is the guy whoever has the higher position. Whoever has the highest position will get so many galis, so much schooling. Yes or no? Right? And within the family, the people having lot of money will be, lot of jealousy by many people towards them.
They break many relations.
Yes or no? But then we have, that's why we are calling them as assumptions, manyata. But still, most of us hold an assumption that more money means more happiness. नाम ज़्यादा कमाने से more happiness. Entire objective of bringing up children, they'll get higher position. Children has to go to this and that, right? Go to a country where dollar value is high, right? Go to a position, UPSC, you go, entire this UPSC stream is to get rid of the officer. If you remove the vehicle, remove vehicle, remove bangla, IAS is tomorrow labeled as clerk, ask them whether we'll go. So these are driving things, these are assumptions. So we may have a thoughts from assumptions. Some assumptions may be right, some assumptions may be wrong. But what we are calling an assumption is anything that you are not verified, but still hold true. You're not verified, but you already hold it as a truth. More money means more happiness. You discuss all the things, you go out, you say, whatever you say, more money means more happiness. Whatever you say. Right? White skin is very good. Is it good? What do you get by white skin? Let's say. Isn't it? All these are conditioning. So we know many of these are wrong, but we continue to hold on to it. And that creates a problem. So these are assumptions. So our self is filled with this. Then our happiness level will be very low. Whenever our self is filled with thoughts of natural acceptance, loving others is natural acceptance, being content is natural acceptance, being in good relation is natural acceptance, having right feeling for everybody is natural acceptance. जो भी गलती कर रहे हैं उसको क्षमा कर दो is natural acceptance. Is a useless fellow, but then forgive him now. Forgive, you have been so light. He will not change. But if you forgive, you will be so happy. That is in my hands at least. Forgiving is in my hands. Right? So, forgiving is natural acceptable, you see. So, whatever feelings you have based on natural acceptable, in myself, if I am filled with thoughts of natural acceptance, then I will be happy. My behavior and work also will be like that. It will be right behavior, right work. You will respond. Even if I am happy inside, even if other person makes mistakes, I will be able to, behave properly. I may not react, I will respond. Right? So for this, I'll skip some of these things. The conditioning comes from, all these thoughts comes from family, society, media. Somebody goes to a holiday, shows that I am this much happy, that much happy in 30 seconds. You watch that and you feel that I will also have to go there. What they have shown is only 30 seconds. Others who see our pictures also think that it's a beautiful place, but it is harder. They don't feel that in the picture. Right? So similarly, we just get infected by the media, family, all these things. Right? Whereas, but we don't have the real source. The real source is inside. You refer to the real source. Right? So I'm trying to explain again. So behavior and work is here, the body is here. The self part I am now showing in the box. This yellow box is the self part. So in the self part, there are two parts. There is a natural acceptance part. Thoughts are going on here. So these thoughts, if they are driven by natural acceptance, things will be in harmony. There is a harmony in the self. If the imagination is in line with, guided by the natural acceptance rather than assumptions. So what I am now is what I want to be. Like these are in sync. This is what is conscience, inner voice, whatever you call it, innate intention. According to that, if my thought process is there, then I am happy. If that is not according to that, see, the thought process is not coming from the top. It's coming from side track. That is assumptions. Assumption is what? Money is everything. Name and fame is this. Fun means, the activities. These assumptions are there. So there, we may be sometimes happy, sometimes unhappy. A mix of life is expected to be the mix of it. And then through body, reverse. Guidance is not coming from the top, from the reverse. Through body, you try to be happy. Through body. Right? You fall in love, you like somebody. Is it liking driven by the body of the other person? Is other person's body a source of sensory pleasure for you? Is that the love? The way some ice cream is source, some other things are served, is the other person's body a source of sensory pleasure for you and you calling it love? Right? So this is what the body through sensation. Things through body trying to get things. So in this thing, any sensory pleasure, many things are overrated. Sensory pleasures are overrated, including the sex. Everything is overrated. You don't actually get so much pleasure in any of the sensory activities. It's extremely momentary, right? Any sensory pleasure you had, right? Whether you drink something, eat something, do anything, it's overrated. But then this conditioning is there in us. And doing so much for this and so much for this. Sensory pleasure and the assumptions. Ignoring the this. So that's what is there is an impact of the body. Anything you do sensory pleasure, you eat more, problematic. Right? You be lazy, problematic. So there is a huge impact on the body. And the entire health workshop is for that. We get mixed up here, there is an impact on the body. Right? So the state of sometimes you are happy, sometimes you are not happy in this way. The gross assumptions are this: self is body, respect is physical facilities, continuous is unlimited. How many physical places you need? Unlimited. These are the assumptions you have. Anyway, so what we are suggesting is that moving from this small circle where physical facility is everything to a big circle where physical facility is included in it, but along with that, value the relationship, value the right understanding. Right? From this small circle to big circle. So that is the development. That is the real development. Okay. So practice, what we are suggesting, a simple practice is this. This practice number 1, self-awareness. So it is this. You can close your eyes, sit at a place, just pay attention to what is going on inside. Once you pay attention, some thoughts are going on. All the time there are thoughts. Okay. And behind every thought, there is a desire. Like इच्छा विचार होते हैं. हर विचार के पीछे एक इच्छा है. There is a desire. If that desire is there, and you put a test to the desire. Is this desire naturally acceptable? Is it good for me? Is it naturally acceptable? If it is acceptable, such a thought will not cause any trouble. Let us say tomorrow I have to, go to my sister's place. It is part of relationship fulfillment. I will go it. How कैसे जाऊँगा, कितने बजे जाऊँगा? इस टाइप का तरफ से कोई disturbance होता ही नहीं. मान लो कि मेरे sister के साथ कुछ झगड़ा हुआ है. And then I am concluding that it is her mistake. Now I am thinking that she is this kind of person, that kind of person. She should not have done like this. The moment you have these thoughts, there is a disturbance inside. Sometimes these kind of incidents happen 6 months back, 6 years back. We may be reliving again and again and again. Again and again. Right? That only causes the, unhappiness for us, and long unhappiness, long such resentments will have an effect on the body. So identify the desire behind each thought. Harmony inside happiness is as simple as that. Each thought, if this thought is naturally acceptable or not. You just test it. Once it is not acceptable, you make a decision that I don't want to have this thought. But because we don't have this practice, though you think that, I don't want to think about it, it will come again. Again you observe it. You say that I don't want to have it. Okay? Then it will go. After a few minutes again it will come back. Okay, so the more practice you do, you be aware, you say you keep dropping that thought, and in place of that opposition feeling, you substitute the right feeling towards that person, and then things will become better and better. No, it's like this. Let's say somebody is coming to you, you are not even looking at that guy. 2 times, 3 times he comes. Don't look at that guy at all. At least by 10 times he'll stop coming. Thoughts are also like that. Will keep coming again and again and again and again. You pay less attention to it, then they will go. Their power will slow down first. 1 week, 10 days, 15 days, they will go. And you yourself will realize that, I'm not even getting such thoughts. Particularly, whenever these things are there during the sleep, you may get. When you go to bed, that time you will have these thoughts. It will become very difficult to sleep. Right? So you can practice this. Pay attention. Diagnose. When you have pain, you go to doctor, you take X-ray, you see that this is the problem. Similarly, you pay attention here. Self. You diagnose. You resolve that. What is the issue in it? You resolve that, and that purifies, yourself. That is what is the self-development. Step by step, we can do this. Few more things are there. Tomorrow again, we'll share. I'll stop here. Any questions are there? I'll take. Chapter.
With respect to relationships, if you are putting our effort, another person is not responding. Okay.
Yeah.
So, it will be number of reasons. He is not responding in that case.
Yeah. Relationships will start, sir. The next session is the relationship. Tomorrow also we'll take. Relationship is the key issue. That's what we'll take. But a brief answer I'll give now itself. The question is, you're doing your bit. You have done as much as possible from your side. Not once, but so many times you do it. But still the other person is not changing. Then what? Then what? Okay. We'll discuss in detail. The brief answer is this. You tell me, you want to be happy or not? You want to be happy or not? So, you will be happy only when other person changes? You decide. There is a choice for that also. नहीं मैं तो दुखी रहूँगा जब तक ये चेंज रहेगा तब तक मैं दुखी रहूँ उसके लिए फैसिलिटी है वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ठीक है मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पर्सन इन लाइफ ऑब्वियसली देखो सबके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट वाला वही है वाइफ इज देयर हस्बैंड इज देयर दैट पर्सन आल्सो नॉट चेंजिंग ही नॉट चेंजिंग फॉर 20 years also what option you have you tell me 3 options are there in any such situation office life partner see most problems we have is life partner own brothers sisters siblings right and in-laws job in the job or a profession, colleagues, boss and all. Right? These are the people with whom we interact. These are the people we have. Many of the times, we will not be able to leave them also. So 3 options are there. That you change the situation outside. Okay? You go out of the situation. You change the situation, you go out of the situation, away from the situation, or you accept the situation. 3 options. Just a minute, let me complete this. You change the situation. Situation means including the people involved. You move out of the situation. Option 3 is accept the situation. These 3 options are there. So if things like office, you resign in one office, you join another office. To a large extent, problem will be solved. Move out of the situation is there here. Okay? But in close relations, you cannot even leave. In fact, if it is extremely abusive relationship, physical violence is there, very dangerous things are happening, then you may have to leave also. And very extremely, these things are there. The only solution left will be like that also. रिलेशनशिप से बात कर रहे हैं इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो मार रहा है और तुम ऐसे करो ऐसा भी नहीं ओके सो दैट इज और इन सम सिचुएशन वेयर relationship is okay, with little bit working with them, they are also able to change. That is there. But then the tough situations in life are, only solution left is accept. Many times tough situation in life are,
15 నిమిషాలు రసం తీసుకొస్తుంది బ్రేక్ ఇక్కడ 15 నిమిషాలు యాక్టివిటీ ముందు చేస్తారు తర్వాత చేస్తారు
ముందే.
ముందే చేస్తారు స్టార్ట్ చేసి
So accept is there. Very close, intimate relations. Many intimate relations. And they are not very abusive also. They are not perfect also. Like many times it is like this. And many times we may be in the receiving end in that relation. We are at the receiving end. Right? In those situations, acceptance is the only option you have. And if you think any other option other than these three are there, you use that. You use that. Unfortunately, that's how the things are. And it looks little unfair because the problem is with the other person. And what you are suggesting is me only to accept. But then you only tell me, और कुछ रास्ता है क्या? Is there any other thing is there? As of now, instead of doing acceptance, क्या करते हैं? उनके साथ जी रहे हैं. सेम ऑफिस में काम कर रहे हैं. बाहर हम एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर रहे हैं, अंदर जो है रेसिस्टेंस है. There is a resistance towards the relationship and that person, opposition feeling towards them. बाहर एक्सप्रेस कर रहे हैं, इसलिए झगड़ा नहीं होता है, साइलेंट ही रहता है घर. झगड़ा नहीं होता है, मगर लव नहीं है, जॉय नहीं. सर, yeah, it is not happy, there is no joy. Yeah, there is no joy. And that's when you look for happiness from outside. कहीं बाहर चलते हैं, खाते हैं. More inner side, it's not there. You require more and more, outside. And people will find their own entertainment, engagement activities, kiddie parties, whatever, these things. Somebody will go into clubs and such things. So that will happen. So internal resistance is there. It's of internal acceptance. In fact, getting into relation with the other person itself, if you see even our tradition, whatever mantras they read at the time of marriage, that time itself they are telling you to accept this guy as it is. Or you are also saying that, okay, I will accept and live with him. Whether it is rain or shine, I will live with him. And forever. That's what we accepted.
I've seen that many times we quarrel is basically because I am right. So if we give priority to happiness, we have to choose between that being right and being happy.
Yes.
If we choose to be happy, we will be happy.
Yes.
But the both of the time see, नहीं मतलब सही हूँ बिल्कुल सही हूँ. I'm correct. That is one of the.
Yes. Yes. That's the egoic thing I said. No? So we don't even value our own happiness.
We are both concerned about whether he is right or whether I am.
ठीक है, you are right. Let us say you are right and unhappy. Is it okay?
No, I always feel
Right. You are right. You only own everything, but you are not happy. What is the fun? What is the fun?
Sir, here comes moral values. But you cannot sacrifice the moral values for your happiness. You need to bear that.
Anything, ma'am. What is the highest value?
everything you can say.
नाम जो भी मोरल दे दो, कुछ भी दे दो, अल्टीमेट तो क्या है, हमारा हैप्पीनेस है और दूसरा का भी हैप्पीनेस है, उसमें किसी और का भी नुकसान नहीं होना चाहिए.
Sometimes it may be a happiness for us. We may be right or wrong, but there are some moral values that need to be carried to next generation. So those are the moral principles, moral values. We cannot sacrifice moral values for our happiness at the cost of our happiness. So that also needs to be kept in mind.
Yeah. So what we are saying that there are always some conflicting situations where you have to make certain choices. In that there is no best solution. First of all, there is a cost to it. In such conflicting situation, there is a loss of something or the other. Which loss you have to choose?
At what price?
See, zero loss solution is not there.
At what price?
In the situation, kind of situation you're saying, na, you have to just practically choose, minimize the loss situation, लेना पड़ता है इसमें तो,
It is like
isn't it?
if a truth gives me a bad feeling, make me unhappy. I would not like to know that. Living in all truth is not true.
Yeah. Yeah, any questions? Yeah, please.
So these thoughts about self, like we have an image of self in our own mind, right? And maybe it's not what we want, but we do have an image of us in the mind, and we're trying to change, and we're trying to feel good about ourselves, and we're trying to be happy with ourselves. But then there's a external stimuli which again triggers you to thinking that you're not the person who you think you are. You're just a shitty person or like that. So how do you eliminate these external stimuli to affect yourself? Like how do you be confident in your own self-image that
Yeah. So the more I am clear with right understanding, the more I am clear with, okay, it's like this. Let's say you know that if I push the switch up, it is turned off, switch down, it is turned on. But many people are telling you other way around. Many people are telling you other way around. No, if you want to switch on, you have to push up. Let us say many people are telling you like this. If you know for sure, even if 100 people tell you, will you get affected by it? Will you get affected by it? No. About something which you are sure, you will only feel that 100 of them are wrong. Yes or no? Right? If you know the way from here to how to go, even if 100 people are going that way, will you just go? You are sure that this is the way. But by chance, when you have started, some people are going that way. Will you go? As of now, in many situations in life, this is not clear to us. That's why we are going weirdly.
It also depends, how much pain that going is going to give us, not going to give us.
Yes, sir. That's true. If we know that there is pain in going alone, leaving this group, we don't go. We go with the same group where there is no pain. Yes, sir.
See, here the assumption is that there is a pain in following the right path. The assumption is there is a pain, there is no pain in following the right path. Right? These are all assumptions. If you follow the right path, okay, you are following the right path. Right path does not mean opposition to anybody. Opposite, we don't oppose anybody. Right path does not mean you yourself are happy with your related ones also. You don't fight for what is the right. You value the relationship more. Relationship higher, the relationship is, let us say you want to be healthy. Your life partner is not agreeing. The biggest damage that can happen is only for the body. I will agree and go for that unhealthy action for the sake of relationship. That is what valuing relationship means. What will happen is that in some of these cases, you say that organic is good, this is good, that is good, you will have fight. And on prima facie, it looks like you are fighting for right thing. But at the same time, relationship is higher than the body. Health relationship, you tell me which is higher. Ideally, both are required. Both are required. But then practically, both are not possible, let us say. One day you have to choose in both these things. Which one you choose, health and relationship?
Sir, with relationship, if we choose relationship, life will be happy and we can even change the lifestyle.
Exactly. That is the beauty. If relationship is there, if not today, ma'am, tomorrow we can work out. If you are with me, no? If you are not listening to me, after 4 days I can make you understand. If relationship is not there, what? Not 4 days, 4 years also, I will not make you understand. Yeah, time is there, no? A lot of time is there, isn't it? And the nature has, made so much. Nature knows that we are idiots. Nature knows that we will do all ulta things. So that's why even though we are living very unhealthy lifestyle, still you are okay, right? So a lot of redundancy is there in the design. Lot of redundancy is there in the design. Many of the things we are doing, that is what is the grace of the God or the design, is like that. If the redundancy is not there, we will die. So lot of options, lot of what do you say? Like limit is there to which you can push the limit. That limit is given, understood that things people will not understand by one time. Parents also tell us so many times, thousands of times, they know that we don't understand once. Hmm? Yeah. So that's why in that health and relationship, you choose relationship.
Depends. Severity of the.
Yeah.
Like I will give my all brothers to schools from 2 years. I may get it operated, I may not get it. But I wanted to get it operated. My wife was totally against it. Nothing. I will have to. Then over a period of time, she realized that we should get operated. Then I got it. Personally, to me, it did not make much difference whether I got it operated 1 year back or 2 years back. But ideally, at the earliest, I should have been
Yes.
operated. But I had that, leverage.
Yeah.
I could foresee. So I told my wife, you have your own.
Yeah.
That time, you have to wait.
Yes, yes. Any other questions? Thanks.
లైవ్ 2:13 రైట్ టైంకి ఎవరు వస్తారు 1 అవర్ అయిందండి
ఓకే యాక్టివిటీకి వెళ్తాం యాక్టివిటీ
యాక్టివిటీ దాన్ని యాక్టివిటీ చేస్తే
అయితే నాకు సో సుందర్ సార్ని పిలవాలి యాక్టివిటీ అంటే గ్రాఫిక్స్ అంటున్నా గ్రూప్లు చేస్తున్నాం
రాయించడమే కదా
ఓకే యా
వీడియో ఉందా చూపించడానికి అది శివ వీడియో గుర్తున్నారు చూస్తాడు అసలు చూస్తాడు లాస్ట్కి ఐస్ పడుతుంది ఐస్ మొత్తం వచ్చేది మీకు వేరే కార్
ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్ yeah okay so I'll just explain this in few minutes then you can work on this exercise. This is a small activity, we want you to do it, okay, and then we'll have discussion. So there are 3 things we want you to do. Please pay attention here. Please write list of your desires. Please write list of your desires. Let's say desire 1, desire 2, desire 3, desire 4, like that. Each of the desire, is it related to body? Is it related to self? Or is it related to both body and self? You classify them. For example, food, body. But tasty food, body also, self also. Recognition, I want recognition. Is for body or self? Self. So like that, you make a list of your desires, okay, and classify them. That is one exercise. The second exercise is, for a particular desire, let us say food, to fulfill this desire, what is required? Do you need physical facilities, relationships, right understanding? So to take care of this desire, to fulfill this desire, you just need physical facilities. When it comes to relationships, to take care of relationship, to fulfill this relationship desire, I have written right understanding, but you may require physical facilities, physical facilities also, like food, you have to provide other things. Similarly, car, you have a desire for car, just a physical, you don't need right understanding relationship here. Like that, what is required for each of the desire, you write down. And the third one is, this is reflection activity. In your typical day, as of now, you have a day, you wake up in the morning, you do few things, and then go to the work, come back, and you're doing some things. You just see your day, an average day, what you do. And each of the activity you do, it is related to what? It is related to physical facility or the body, relationships, right understanding. Let us say you are meditating. It is related to obviously right understanding. You are going for the job. Let's say 8 hours you are spending for the job. Ready?
Meditation is for self.
Yeah, self. So I'm putting in one of these 3 categories. Meditation, either it is for body, relationship, or right understanding. You decide, you just put it in one of the categories. Sleep is for body. Okay, exercise is for what? During exercise you may be talking to somebody, you may be, it may be helping you to relax. So that's why I've kept like this. So please do these 3 exercises. We'll give you about 15 minutes. 15 minutes. If you want to go out quickly, go out and come back. But after 15 minutes, we'll have a discussion on this. 15 minutes. Please take your notebook, write down. Please take your notes, pen. Please do exercise 1, 2, 3. All these 3 activities.
ఏం సార్ హోంవర్క్ అక్కడ తప్పించుకొని వస్తే మళ్ళీ ఎక్కడ చేపిస్తున్నారు మీరు?
మేము ఇంకా ఎక్కువ హోంవర్క్ చేపిస్తాం, మీకు తెలియదు. మీరు నైట్ పడుకున్నదా కూడా చేపిస్తాం ఇంకా. సో అదే ఇప్పుడు ఈ సెల్ఫ్ దాంట్లో చెప్పింది ఏంటంటే చాలా సింపుల్. ఇప్పుడు మనలో మనం చూసుకుంటే ఆలోచనలు నడుస్తుంటాయి కదా, ఏవో ఒక ఆలోచనలు. అయితే ఆ ప్రతి ఆలోచనల వెనకాల ఒక కోరిక అనేది ఉంటుంది. ఏదో ఒక కోరిక ఉంటుంది. సపోజ్ మనం ఎప్పుడేదో మన పిల్లల గురించి ఆలోచిస్తున్నారు, మన పిల్లలందరూ కలిసి ఉంటే బాగుండు అని అటేదో కోరిక ఉంటుంది. అయితే అది ఆ కోరిక ఏంటి అని మనం కనుక్కోవాలి. ఒక ఆలోచన వెనకాల ఎందుకు ఈ ఆలోచన ఉంది అని మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకుంటే దాని వెనకాల కోరిక ఏంటో మనకు తెలుస్తుంది. అయితే ఆ కోరిక మనకి ఇప్పుడు ఇది సహజంగానే మనకు సహజ స్వీకృతి ప్రకారం ఉందా లేదా, అంటే మన ఆత్మసాక్షి ప్రకారం ఇది ఓకే అనిపిస్తుందా లేదా. అది ఓకే అనిపిస్తుంది అనుకో, అలాంటి ఆలోచనల వల్ల మనకి ఏమి ఇబ్బంది ఉండదు. ఆలోచనలో ఏం లేదు. ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఏదో ఇంట్లో ఫంక్షన్ ఎట్లా చేద్దాం, ఏం చేద్దాం అని అనుకుంటే అది మంచిగానే ఉంటుంది, హ్యాపీగా ఉంటుంది. అలా డిస్కస్ చేసుకుని ఆలోచించినారు. అట్లా కాకుండా వేరేది ఏదైనా ఉందనుకో, ఇప్పుడు ఏదో పంచాయతీ అయింది దాని గురించి ఆలోచిస్తున్నాం అనుకో, అప్పుడు అందులో ఉన్న వ్యక్తుల పట్ల మనకి ఏదైనా వ్యతిరేక భావం ఉందనుకో, అప్పుడు సరిగ్గా అనిపించదు మనకి. అప్పుడు అర్థం చేసుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే ఇందులో గొడవ జరగాల్సింది జరిగిపోయింది, కానీ ఇంకా వాళ్ళ పట్ల నా పట్ల భావం ఏదైతే ఉందో అది రాధిక లేదు, అందువల్ల నాకు సంతోషం లేదు అనేది గమనించుకోవాలి. మనం ఒకసారి గమనించుకుంటే దాన్ని మార్చుకోవచ్చు. సరైన భావం మనలో పెట్టుకుంటే హ్యాపీగా ఉంటుంది అన్నట్టు. అదే. సో అదే చెప్పిందంతా సింపులే, మనలో మనం ఆత్మపరిశీలన చేసుకోవడం గురించి.
సింపుల్ ఇంగ్లీష్.
సింపుల్. ఫస్ట్, సెకండ్, థర్డ్ ఏంటంటున్నాను, మీ లిస్ట్ రాయండి, మీ లిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ డిజైర్స్ రాయండి. రాయండి, నన్ను రాయండి. మీకు ఏం లేకుండా నైట్ మీకు డిన్నర్ కూడా పెట్టాం. డిన్నర్ తినాలని డిజైర్ ఉంది కదా మీకు, లేదా? ఈ డిన్నర్ అయితే వద్దంటారా? అలాంటి అన్నీ రాయండి.
REL is relationship.
Relationship, yeah.
RU is
right understanding.
okay.
క్వశ్చన్ రాసుకుంటుంటే పోయింది ఇక రాసేది లేదు ఇక.
మీ ఇష్టం అండి, మనిషి ఎట్లా ఉండేదైనా అవకాశం ఉంది. మీ ఇష్టమే ఇష్టం. మేము ఫస్టే డిక్లేర్ చేశాం కదా, మీ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇస్ ఏ ప్రపోజల్ అని. ఎందుకంటే ఎవడు మాట వినేది లేదు దాంట్లో, విన్నాడు అన్న భ్రమలో మనం ఉండడం అంతా కాదా మీరు?
ఇప్పుడు క్వశ్చన్ వేసేది మీకు క్లారిటీ రావాలని. క్వశ్చన్ వేసేది మీకు
ఓకే. పెడుతున్నా అదే.
మీరు 3 పాయింట్లు చెప్పారు కానీ చాలా మంది అది రాంగ్ సార్. చాలా మంది మంచి
ఇప్పుడే అర్థమైందా లేదా తెలుస్తుంది. మనం తప్పించుకున్నా తప్పే అవకాశం ఉంటే బాగుండు. ఉంటే కదా. మా అక్క ఒక ఆమె ఉంది అన్నట్టు, పిల్లల పెళ్ళిళ్ళు కూడా అయినాయి. పెళ్ళి 30 ఏళ్ళ పైన అయింది. ఈ సంసార పద్ధతులు లేకుంటే బాగుండు అనుకుంటుంది. 30 ఏళ్ళు అయింది. 30 ఏళ్ళు అయింది. అవి ఇప్పుడు లేకుండా బాగుండడు నడుస్తుందా? కానీ ఎన్ని రోజులైనా అనుకుంటూనే ఉంటుంది, ఫ్రస్ట్రేట్ అవుతుంటుంది అన్నట్టు. ఉపయోగం లేదు. వెరీ గుడ్, దట్ ఈస్ వెరీ గుడ్. లేకుండా మంచిది. తప్పించుకుందాం అనుకుంటే తప్పించుకునే ఆప్షన్ ఉంటేగా. మీరు ఇది చేస్తున్నారు, హోంవర్క్ చేయండి. హోంవర్క్ ఏది? మీరు కూడా అది లక్ష్మి కాలేజేనా? ఇంకా
ओडिशा से
ఒడిశా. ఓ యూ ఆర్ ఫ్రమ్ ఒడిశా. విచ్ కాలేజ్?
आयुर्वेदिक कॉलेज बलांगीर
బాదంగిరి. వెర్ ఇస్
Bolangir.
బొల్లాంగిర్. వెర్ ఇస్ ఇట్?
उड़ीसा के वेस्टर्न साइड में मतलब
ఒడిశా వెస్ట్ సైడ్ టువర్డ్స్ ద ఆంధ్ర.
हाँ
Free activity or migration, job?
No, any activity you give your entire day. These are examples. Your day, what activities you do, and that is towards what? Okay, are you done? Third question is not, don't write meditation, job, sleep. Those are examples. See your day, where you are spending your time, and that activity is related to what? In a typical day, you're going to college, you're sleeping, let's say you're playing some games, you're watching phone, or you're playing cricket. Okay? Each of that activity related to what? Related to physical facilities, relationship, or right understanding.
అది స్లీప్ కిందకి వెళ్ళిపోయింది పెట్టారా కావాలని
లేదు.
Is there some goals can be different or different?
You write everything. If you have a doubt whether to write or not, write it. Balam. Marker. Desire need not be a very big thing. You want to be alive? It's a desire, right? You want to have a home, you want to have a home where you live, it's a desire. You want food, it's a desire. Can you tell me some desires that you have written, which you can speak openly? Some desires which you cannot speak, you keep it with you. Okay. Okay. No problem, you can write it and give it to you. Some can you write so that we can have a discussion?
To be a certified yoga trainer.
Okay. So this is related to body or self? Body, self, both. So this desire is related to what?
Self.
It is related to self. Okay. Because doing yoga is for my body and part of self also. But want to become a trainer is related to self. Okay? Yeah. Similarly, some examples. Yeah, please. From that corner. What about you? Anything you have written, you tell me just for discussion. Doing this affirmation practice, okay, related to self. Photography. This is for, it depends for that person, right? What for he wants the photography, because through photography one can earn money, one can do photography for hobby also. So it depends. Or you want to both also. So, right. So it is for that person has to decide what it is. It's saying self. Yeah. Huh? ఏంటండి మైక్ని ఏమనొద్దు అంటున్నా మైక్ ఈజ్ అ డిజైర్ అంటున్నారా? ఇప్పుడు అంటున్నది ఏంటంటే మీకున్న ఒక కోరిక గురించి అంటున్నామండి. మీకున్న ఒక కోరికని తీసుకొని అది బాడీకి శరీరానికి సంబంధించిందా సెల్ఫ్కి సంబంధించిందా అని చూస్తున్నాం అన్నట్టు ఇప్పుడు. యా ఎవ్రీ మూమెంట్. ఓకే, awareness, self. Yeah. Nature. Body or self or both? Both.
Financial freedom or
Financial freedom. Related to what? Self? No body? Both. Both. Of course, you have to decide. I should not decide for you. Financial freedom, I mean, you have to explain what it means. State of mind, but without money you cannot have a state of mind, because it is got to do with the financial freedom. Money is also required, that takes care of the body needs, and then you will also have a state of mind that I have enough money. So that way your self need, body need, both are involved in it. Both are involved in it. So that's why say both. Positive thoughts. Thoughts, self. Identification, even recognition. Yeah. Recognition, ఎవరికి బాడీ ఆ సెల్ఫ్ ఆ బోతా? సెల్ఫ్. దేనికి? Through recognition, what need of the body is fulfilled? Self. It is self. నాకు గుర్తింపు రావాలి అనుకోవడం సెల్ఫ్ యొక్క అవసరం కదా, శరీరం యొక్క అవసరం కాదు. ఎక్స్ప్లోర్. బాడీ ఆ సెల్ఫ్ ఆ బోత్? సెల్ఫ్. So ila, if you write like this, okay, if you write like this now or later, any point of time in your life, you write down. The conclusion is, like you have done it now, what is the conclusion? You have desires more related to body or self? You just find out for everybody, you have desires more related to body or self? Self. You'll find that the needs of our desires more are related to self. Our desires are related to self, whether it is exploration, doing a course of your choice, marrying a person of your choice, right? Buying things. Everywhere we find pursuing a hobby, right? Trying to have certain name, certain fame, certain recognition, certain position, becoming CM, PM, whatever, right? Chief Minister, Prime Minister, it is self, sir. Is what body needs are there. Through Prime Minister, what body need will get fulfilled? Isn't it?
even healthy body is that desire to be like food, healthy body.
Yeah, health. So you want health. All of you are here for health workshop, right? You want health. Health is body need or self need? Health of what? Okay, let us be clear. Physical health. Is your body free of disease, right? It is related to what? Is related to? Is related to both. It's fine. Related to both. It's fine. Body. You want the body to be in good condition. Body, in good condition, right? In fact, there is a self aspect also in that. It is the self who wants to be with this body. It is the self who wants to be with this body. Because as of now, you have a freedom to stop breathing. Yes or no? Stop breathing for 2 minutes, you are gone. Yes or no?
Yes.
Your freedom to stop breathing. Nobody can force you breathe. Yes or no? Nobody can force you breathe. Others only stop you breathing, but force you breathing is not there. Isn't it? So that means I have a strong will, desire that I want to be with this body. Isn't it? Right? In fact, that's how nature is. See, the difference between the plants, trees, and animals and the humans is this. You go ahead, try to cut plants, they don't have ability to resist, express their, or try to save themselves, they don't have ability. You go and try to catch a cat, catch a dog, even try to catch a mosquito. What it does? It tries to save itself. So there is a will to live. There is a will that it wants to be alive. Wants to be alive. That is inbuilt in species. Every living species. That is the animals. But with human being, the problem is that we want to be alive. Apart from that, we want to live, not just live happily. That's the problem. Will to live is there in us also. If there is a danger, immediately we'll take the necessary action. Isn't it? We'll do everything to protect ourselves. Whatever I can do, I'll do it. Right? But once for example, here, there is no threat to our living. Alive is there. But then happiness, if it is missing, then again we are not okay. So with human beings, this extra thing is there that I want to live, not just live happily. Always. Whereas animal, if it gets food, that's it, it will not even move. It will just chew it and digest it. It will think of food again only after it is hungry. For us, all the problem starts after stomach is full. Actually, when we are hungry, we don't have too many problems. Food is the only problem. Once the food is taken care, then the actual problems start. That's why, many families will find that, now we have so much money, we are not so happy. When we had less, that time only we were more happy. And people recall their olden days when there were a lot of troubles. And there are a lot of troubles, you don't have time to fight. Where is the time to fight? When bodily needs are taken care, then the self needs start. They are there, but then if survival is a question, you put the self aside. First you focus on that. Okay, so that way, this physical health also, that desire for health is there in us because we want to be alive as long as possible. Intuitively, we also know that through this body only, we can do some things and become happy. But through body, as of now, through body we can use for eating, sleeping, sensual pleasure, that we understood. Through body, you can come all the way here, then only you are able to listen this. You got some proposals, and then we introspect on it, we meet other people, we listen, we discuss, right? We experiment in relationship, then we evolve. When there is body, then only you can do this. That is the right utilization of the body. What for you want healthy? What is the problem you are unhealthy and die early? The purpose of our life is also is to evolve, become a better person, be more and more happy. All that is possible. The most valuable thing you have got, the instrument, you have phone, you have money, you have jewelry, you have car, your house, all these are things. Similarly, body is also a thing. It's a physical thing, right? It's a physical thing. If this is not in a good order, now all those things put together also cannot restore this. Right? But if it is in order, you can do miracles with it. You can do so many things. And that's why that physical health is so much important. And ultimately, if body is there, through that body as a help, I can get this input to me. I am able to listen to this because body is there. Through that, it is reaching to the self. In that sense, we can say through health, it is for the body, self both. Anyway, the conclusion in writing, doing this, the first exercise is to just bring on one point that it is the self needs that are, more in our life. In our life, self needs are more. Good relations, we want happiness, we want everybody to think that we are a good person, right? All this we want. If all these are given, actually the money part becomes less and less important. As of now, what we are thinking is that, let us say you are already very happy here. In the self, you are happy. Right? So this is what I need. Your need is not, any of these things. Your need is actually being happy in the self. As of now, you think that doing some of these things, I can get happiness here. If you keep happiness in the center, there will be so many options. If you keep happiness in the center, there can be so many options. Yes or no? Right? But if you think, let's say somebody said exploration, right? If you think, world travel is the thing that I have to do, and when you don't get an opportunity to do a world travel, then you get disappointed, then it is one way of thinking. But if happiness is the center, then through world travel also what you are trying to achieve? You want to be happy only? Yes or no? You get to see so many places, you take pictures at every place, you share with everybody. What do you get after all that? Right, when you understand this, I'm not saying that don't do world travel. I'm not saying that you don't become an ego trainer. I'm not saying, any of these things. I'm saying that happiness is the main thing. Along with that, you do whatever you want to do. And remember that this is high priority. Being happy at the self is the high priority. As of now, with my understanding, I felt that through these things, I can be happy. And then reverse calculating that, I have to be this much rich, I have to do this, I have to do this, then only I can be happy. That is the reverse logic we worked out. Reverse logic worked, and forget the actual thing of happiness. That's why what is happening? Over a generation of any family you take, 10 years, 30 years, 40 years, some level of physical facilities, money is increasing. You take 30, 40 years back, your family, what is the current family? This is increasing, physical facilities are increasing, some education level is increasing, whatever. In some families it is little bit, in some families it is more. Even then, is happiness level increasing? Right? That is the question we need to ask. So we forget about our own happiness and try to focus on these things, then we get into a trap. So that is the idea behind this exercise. Similarly, for each of the desire, what is required? If you see here, each of these desire, right? Then you find out what is required. Do you need money here for becoming yoga trainer? Do you need physical facilities? Do you need right understanding? Do you need relations? You identify. Let's say you want to become a yoga trainer. What is required? Body is required, that is also facility. First of all, I need to be healthy first of myself, right? And then, in fact, relationships also required, right? Then only you can be a successful this thing. And right understanding is also required, right? Let's say recognition. Recognition. Recognition means many people, with many people identifying me, thinking that I am a good person. Then relationships are required, and right understanding is required. Right? Without the right understanding, you cannot have recognition also. And then affirmation practice. Again, right understanding is required here. Right? Explore the world. Money is required for this. Do you need relations and right understanding? Not much. Photography. What is required? Physical facilities. A camera is required. Okay. Awareness. Again, right understanding is required. Living with nature. Right understanding is required. Financial freedom. Physical facilities are required. Okay. Right understanding is required. Positive thoughts. Right understanding. Physical health. Physical facilities are required. And right understanding is also required. So you list down like this. You will find that what is the role of right understanding in every desire to be fulfilled. You see, so many times this right understanding comes. Yes or no? Right? Self needs are more, and to require those needs also, if you see, right understanding plays a very key role. And now come back to the third one. As of now, you see your day. Let's say 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you are waking up. 1 or 2 hours, you are taking, doing some exercise, and then going to the work. Coming back, let's say 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and then you're relaxing. Then you're sleeping. In this, your entire day, how much time you are giving to physical facilities? How much time you are giving to relationship? How much time you are giving to right understanding? Which is getting the highest priority? Child care, yes. So some of it is body, some of it is relationships.
Right understanding also.
You have to ensure right understanding in them also. The time spent in that will be distributed into all the three. All the three, right? You go to a job. If the job is only making money for you, then whatever 8 hours, 10 hours you spend in the job will be for physical facilities. Let's say you are doing certain exercise. Through that, your body is becoming better. Then it is contributing to physical facilities. So are we as a family, as an individual, as a society, prioritizing and investing time for right understanding? Theoretically, we say this is important, yes, but unless you work for it, you say that math subject score is important, you don't study math, will you get scores?
But the right understanding, it requires more of attitude.
Yeah, that also you have to develop.
Attitude, but it does not require that much of time.
It requires.
But not that much.
It may not require 8 hours, 10 hours, but it requires. It requires. We are not saying that in your 24 hours, dedicate 20 hours to right understanding. No. Right? It requires some minimum time. Let's say 1 hour, let's say 2 hours, whatever time. For example, physical body health, minimum of 1 hour if you don't spend, you will get into some other problem. There is no doubt about it. Problem, you may not get a heart attack, such thing, but you will underperform. You are capable of certain thing, but you do half of it. Similarly, relationships, right understanding important, relationship is important, physical facility is also important. All the three are important. All the three are important. So are we prioritizing? This is the third exercise, was to reflect. Are we prioritizing it? If you don't prioritize, obviously it will not be there. Why it will come automatically? It will come automatically, right? You don't work on it. And not only in us, what about our children? As a parent, I ensure that I drop them in the school right time, ensure that they study, they get good marks, they get admission. All this is again preparing them to get skills so that they can get money. They will also be good enough to get the physical facilities. Where am I training? Where am I guiding them in developing relationship and right understanding? Where are we prioritizing? Because whatever my clarity is there, similar or lower than that only will be there in the children. Unless they Once they become little independent, they will also start exploring, then they have their own life. But much of the seed comes from the mother, father, and grandparents that are there in the family.
Family environment.
Yes, family environment. The home provides the environment. So if we don't prioritize as a family, relationship and right understanding, expect them to value relationship, that's not going to happen. We train them, we motivate them that you have to study, then you will become rich, you will get to settle down. There is more money if you go to another country, right? These things we have particularly in Telugu people have so many. So many of them will just go to another country just because there is a dollar. Another country also will go to a country where there is more money, right? And you go there, where are the relationships? You earn money. We say that don't earn money, not at the cost of relationship and right understanding. You do well in your life, but not at the cost of relationship and right understanding. If both are ensured, you do it. So because we lack this clarity, we may provide wrong guidance to our children. If you are a teacher, then we provide wrong guidance to the students also. And then we are so blinded, we'll be so not only provide wrong guidance, we boast that we are this much rich, we have this much percentage placements in the institute. That is also boasting the physical facility and this thing only. We are not saying that we have produced good students, they have clarity. We are not saying that our children have clarity. We are only boasting about the physical facility domain part. So that is the third activity. So I'll stop here and request Bala to continue. Any questions are there? I'll take maybe any questions. అది స్టాప్ చేసి ఆన్ చేస్తారా? సపరేట్ వీడియో వస్తుంది. ఆఫ్ చేసి ఆన్ చేయాలనుకుంటా. వచ్చా మీకు? ఓకే సరే. వేరే స్పీకర్ కదా అని వేరే చేసిన. సరే కంటిన్యూ.
Hello. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. How are these sessions? Boring? You getting sleepy? Because very hot and you are very comfortable to each other. So all these sessions were soothing. You are all getting sleepy. It is still okay because we need to do what we feel actually, what body says. That is how we started our life by birth. Now we talk about this important aspect of the self, continuation to the body and self, and this also explains about the relation as well, called gratitude, one of the feeling. Now we start this by an activity. There is a 5 minutes, 10 minutes activity to understand. All these discussions are not a theoretical discussion. They need to be felt. They're supposed to be felt inside as a human. And some of the feelings are easy because we all are human and we have trained to feel like that. So let's start with one of the example Hari sir was trying to convey that animal or insect which is below the human level we generally say, but they have their part of the life. Their main motto is survival, and they wander in the nature for food. These are the two main things, and there is one more thing, reproduction. So these are the important things for anything which is not human. But then when it comes to human is a being of a knowledge. He is a seeker of the knowledge. And self is the one who generally seek for the knowledge. So basic human tendency is that when anybody is trying to give you some knowledge, some bhashan or some ideology, some proposal, it's not going to take directly. When I say 2 plus 2 is equal 10, you're definitely going to verify it, whether it really 10 or not. For that, some of the things you need knowledge, for some of the things you don't need knowledge. That is given a gift by birth. That is where you use your brain, intellect, and whatever you learn from the environment. For example, after taking birth, did we go to any college, university, school to walk, stand on our 2 feet? No, right? So there are many theories, but for our understanding, I say some of the things we learn from the nature. For that, we don't have to go anywhere. That means there is a system, our knowledge base, our foundation is already in us. We don't have to seek anywhere. We have to spend time, reflect in ourselves. So with that confidence, let's explore this feeling of gratitude, because it is the most important feeling of all the feelings human beings generally felt, that is a significant in the development of the relationship. When I talk about relationship starts with individual. Individual means, so far from the morning we were trying to convey that body and self are two different things. That means we are related. Body is related to self, self is related to body. So first we need to identify that relation. For example, if I don't know there is a body and that has some health system, I need to nurture it properly. If I don't have that right understanding, in the hope of incorrect knowledge, I might gulp some chemicals, which is definitely going to harm my body. So if I am responsible and related, I generally, verify it, understand it, do thorough research on it. So that is where the relations start. Relations start with individual and start with immediate being, immediate family member, immediate extended family member, society, nature, it goes on. So let's start with this. Even before going to the next activity, I wanted to know or give an analogy about some group of people or related people and different foundational values, I can say. For example, assume there are two groups. One of them are both groups are like related. I mean to say my family, my extended family, like that there are 100 people. That is one of the society. There is another society of the same people. These two society after 5 years, what is their state? Given that one of the society is actually love each other, care for each other, and whatever they have share among them mutually, and they don't have fear of exploitation, deprivation. There is no fear at all. All is what, like Utsav, Mela, whatever they do, they feel happy and they share. There is another society, I mean to say the group of people, all our relatives, I can say, and they generally feel a feel of deprivation, exploitation, that if I share these things, there might be, loss of my well-being. When you have a fear and when you don't trust or when you don't understand nature or other people being, you always be exploited. So given these two groups, which group will survive, multiply after 5 years? Group, assume the one which has a good relation, everything is a group A. Group B is, they have fear and they don't trust each other, always self-centered. They want to gain more, reserve everything for them. That is group B. Which group will flourish after 5 years or maybe 10 years? What do you feel? Why so? So, fearless, love, and feeling of each other, right? Gratitude, one among them. Whenever a society is under fear and deprivation, that won't forward fast. That will be sluggish because nobody helps others. For example, if I am in a society B where nobody shares anything, no innovation, everyone actually works for their own thing. Then, for example, I want to have my own life. That means I should be a farmer. I should be able to build my house. I should be teach myself. I was able to build my own roads. I need to design my own cars. So whole things I need to design. Is it possible for a single man to be in all the professions? Right? No. So, and I want to stop this thinking abruptly because we want to continue this activity, then we will reflect what I was trying to convey. Now, I hope you all have pens and paper and draw a circle like this. This is a 5-minute activity, individual activity, and a circle inside write yourself and write some arrows, like this. Draw the circle in between the paper so that we can write names around it in the arrows. So in the activity, we will be writing names here and here. After that, we will be writing one more arrow to write the other names or something which comes up. So write in that direction, in that scope actually. Once everybody draw this circle, done. So now let's see. Here around 50 people are there. Everybody had their individuality, self-respect, role, designation. So today we are into that position. We have a knowledge and today we are something good we feel. So for that, who contributed? As I said, individually we will not be able to walk this far, whatever today we are, say, comfortable, happy. So who contributed your acquiring this knowledge, skill, directly and indirectly? That we need to think. Don't write immediately, okay? Just give a thought for that. Because as I said, society A, society B, we are not in that B society yet. We are in hybrid example. So somebody or our neighbors or relatives, family members like that, they have contributed their skill, knowledge directly, indirectly, and today we are in that position. Reflect on those people who contributed to make it possible today. For example, I have traveled from my different place to this place. Somebody have contributed travel means, somebody have contributed health means, accommodation, etc., etc. Just reflect. Now, push yourself and start writing this, putting the names on it over the circle in the arrows, and try to reflect it, like say 5 years, 10 years, immediate family, first priority, then extended family, next priority. I'll give you 5 to 10 minutes to write this. Once you start writing, you can write many number of names. There is no limit. You can go in the past, feel it, reflect it, write all those people names who have contributed. I mean, say, past 5 years, you can take, and whoever contributed to you to stand today, you are in this position. Write all those names. Or if any confusion, please ask me question. I'll be more happy. Yes, miss.
So also right, only people, yeah, also situations.
Sorry?
Also right around the circle, or only about people's or situations also.
People, not situations. We are only talking about people. Yes, ma'am.
If we have family, no family,
Yes, everyone. Everyone. Start with family. Go past five years. The past 5 years, whoever contributed.
family, friends.
Yes. Yeah, we are only talking about people, not the situations. And we should start with family if I want to. Some examples I have put there on the board. It's only examples, okay? ఏమైనా కన్ఫ్యూషన్ అయిందా క్లియర్గా రాసిన ఏదైనా మిస్ అయిన పాయింట్
Whatever you are in your life, present situation, very nice,
చెప్పిన
you have contributed.
Once this all arrows fills, you can draw one more arrow like this and write around it.
Sir,
Yes.
where do you want to draw another arrow?
You can like this. This you can fill all these things. If you have names, or you can draw one more arrow like this.
Names.
Names, right? Contributed. Okay. I'll show you. आप ऐसे भी कर
Specific person.
एक person है तो ऐसा लिखो ऐसा लिखो. It's all about to list them out from your memory or brain. Okay. రాశారా ఇంకా స్పెసిఫిక్గా రాయండి లైక్ మదర్ ఫాదర్ ఫ్రెండ్ ఎవరైనా ఉంటే హెల్ప్ చేసి ఉంటారు కదా లాంగ్ టర్మ్ సరే ఇందులో మీ పేరు రాలేదు మధ్యలో మీకు కదా హెల్ప్ చేయాలి ఐ సెల్ఫ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ So try to reflect and write as many as names. I see most of the pens stopped writing, so I can forward next slide. Now, look at those all names, members whom you have written, and sit in a silence for 1 minute and reflect on those people. Whenever you recall them, remember them, how you are feeling, what the help they have done for your upbringing or whatever. So today, uh, as of today, from past this many years, they have helped in a different event, different things. Like somebody has paid my school fees, somebody has cooked me a delicious food, something like that. So reflect on those and remember them and how you feel. What type of feeling you are actually showing towards them. You don't have to share with anyone. Decide and just feel it. చెప్తా ఇది అయిపోయినాక షేరింగ్ hello yeah now I need 6 to 10 volunteers to share about the person and the help you have received, how you felt about it, you know, anyone, the person who have helped you and what help you have received, how you feel about it.
When I was in school, my best friend's dad, he used to write electrocution write-ups for both of us. We both used to read them on the occasion, 26th January, 15th August. So it was very voluntary contribution of his, means without any expectations. So he used to write for both of us and we used to read it. So that really helped me in building up my vocabulary or something else.
Okay.
I feel very good and I do pay visits him. I do pay visits and I feel very good when I see him, regard him.
So do you feel some different feeling like, you know, that vocabulary has been today what I am in this position because of that person did?
He too contributed and I feel
Yes.
very thankful and gratitude towards that person.
Okay, thank you. I need more volunteers to share their feeling and the person. Please.
I have this best friend, he's in Bangalore right now, but I met him in my 11th and 12th. We both come from a very different background. Right? He has a very open family. A lot of foreigners come to the family because they work in India. So they have a very open family. So they talk about the feelings and everything. I come from a pretty traditional and conservative family, but I do have the freedom. But the thing is, after I met him, the way I look at life, the way I look at even myself, God or anything, a lot of things changed because what we did was not just sit around and idle around, but we used to talk about stuff. We used to be open about what we want, like what are our aspirations, and that kind of. Till then, I never had this talk with myself. And this guy comes up and we talk a lot, and it was really like opening up myself. So it was a really great thing.
Thank you. So your friend helped in discussion, improved your knowledge, and that changed perception of world, and you are now a different person. That helped you. Thank you. Very good. Yes.
I have many names. One or two.
Sure. Most welcome.
So, first of Well, I don't believe in any teaching. So I'd say that
కూర్చోండి పర్లేదు కూర్చోండి
he is comfortable if I understand. So, uh, so achieving is something I don't believe. So I've recollected my learning journey. So because of all these people, maybe like, I believe in holistics and everything. The way I look at things change. First, my mother and father, because I was working in IT, software engineer, but I've resigned. It's a very, well-paid job and many things. But they understood why I was in what I'm doing. For 2-3 years, I was not earning also. I was just simply exploring different school of thoughts. In that, I want to say a few school of thoughts is even Vinesh Gupta ji, even with them. So I learned how to work with society. I mean, how I can gel with people, and then with listening to people, most of the things I learned, and then permaculture is learned from Sundar sir and
Jahirabad, right?
sorry.
In Jahirabad. It is in Jahirabad, right? Aranya
Jahirabad, yes.
Agricultural Alternative.
So I stayed with them almost for like 2.5 years.
I know. I could recognize. You are one of my teachers there. I was there for a 2 days permaculture.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I remember you. So I have a gratitude towards that.
Thank you. Sorry, a lot of people will come.
Sure, no problem. Yeah.
So I believe in Upasana. Means you have to stay with your book. In our Indian culture, you read books, you may not get things. But if you are staying with your guru for a long time, the knowledge will transfer. So that I have experienced after some time, not immediately, because I never aimed to become permaculture teacher.
Yeah, I
Only
understand.
because of Narsana sir and Padma, like I became a teacher. And one more person is Rosemary ma'am. She is from Australia. She is my teaching mentor. So previously I used to take sessions, but just like a teaching. So I learned from her as a facilitation. So always there will be a knowledge in the group. When you facilitate any conversation, you can bring a lot of inputs. So the way I look at teaching, she changed. Like that, there are many people. Now
Yeah, okay, I think we will take some other day. But thank you. I would like to add one more word about Mr. Dharmendra, right? So he actually coming to that gratitude feelings he has expressed. Whatever he has today standing in front of us, it's all a credit from their family members, parents, and teachers and everybody. That is how we need to remember actually. No, he left his job, high-paying IT job, and he worked in permaculture. He thought he actually co-explored the permaculture with many people. I am one of the visitors to their farm in the year 2016-17. That time, I know him there. I recognize it today. But see the transformation, people how they forward. That is all gratitude feeling itself. The feeling towards their learning. So now I would like to listen from one more volunteer from the back.
One is my father, and he molded me to this stage. And another is my relative. And basically, immediately after graduation, we gave me a breakthrough to IT sector. And people persons who are, all are my directors in companies, different companies, and they are all in a different projects as such, and they give me a good breakthrough, and then we need to appreciate their help with me by molding me into this stage.
Thank you. So the gratitude feeling towards father, that is non-negotiable. Every person who born or standing in this world is actually a gift from the parents, so non-negotiable gratitude feelings always goes to parents. So that is actually there. So sir expressed about it, and colleagues in the work, seniors, the work culture and relation there actually. So, from these examples and the shared feelings what you have shared, there are many people contributed for what we are today, whatever the state we are in today. And if we pay attention, we have a lot things to be grateful for, you know. Many things we can see around that we are very actually fortunate to have in this world with this many people around us. So if you count the total number, whoever helped in your well-being, say, if I say from your childhood, and whatever they have done diligently, disciplinedly today, and well, money would have bought for that. Will you able to buy with the money? For example, I have traveled from Hyderabad to Visakhapatnam yesterday. So I use a means of transport from the railway department, train. You know, whole department is running train, and I am taking service by paying some ticket fee. I am not buying whole department. You know, they are all doing their jobs diligently. If say, for example, if I am an employee of railway, and suddenly I feel that whatever the government paying salary is not sufficient, let's quit this job or do some less work and go out of the whatever the service. If everybody felt like that, would the railway would have run this far, this many trains across the country, different states, different politics? No, right? They are doing their job. They accepted their job happily, and these many people are contributing in the society for their all these services. If we look around it, today we are sitting in this hall. There's electricity department supplying this power supply and water. There are many people working in the kitchen, and those all are contributing our well-being. And they are felt that whatever the job or what we are doing for the money, but they deep down they have accepted that the service. So we cannot buy with money. It's all relation. Everybody wanted to help each other. So we are in the group what we have talked about, group A, group B. We are almost in a group A. The society turning to group B, I think, slowly. That is why there are different places, there are disturbance on the globe. No. So now coming to the exercise 2. Take your papers, draw this table, 3 rows and different columns. Once put your family. In the first row here, once you have drawn this table completed, just write family, and beside that, in that row, write all the things you have received from the family, in your immediate family, I mean say. So, for example, I have given birth protection guidance, just only to give a guidance, an example. But I would like to write from your own feeling, reflection, what you have received from your family, like food, love, care, support, guidance, teaching, nurturing, all these things. Whatever the benefits, facilities, what we have received from your
That
family.
includes contributions also.
Not now.
Not now.
We will come to that.
Now we
First, we would like to work on the receiving part. What we have received from our family members, excellent family. The next, all the things you have received from society. Write the things which you have all received from the society. Example, education, law and order, roads, internet, electricity from the society. Recall all the day activities and see how society is contributing. Easily you can see that there are many things which we are not doing but we are enjoying, which is already available. Now you need to check this example which I said, railway department. I am only buying the service. Department is already there, running their service, and I am only taking part of service, not buying the department. That means I am taking a service from whole organization, spanning throughout the India. If I am a software engineer, I'd be receiving salary and comfort in the office. You know. Once we are done with society, we go to the nature. So generally, we never give a thought what we have received. Most of the times we strive for self-identity. We want to be more special. We want to be independent. We want to look different. It's all the self playing the games. It needs more, identity so that, for suppose I want to wear a different color shirt, I want to look differently from that. Gain traction, attraction, whatever we call it. That actually makes that whatever available around us says that I have done it, I have paid it. Simply people are doing because I have paid. For example, I am buying one kg of apple. I am only giving some price to buy the 1 kg, but that guy is actually standing in the, standing on the roadside under the sun whole day, selling so many apples for his survival. But I am only taking service from him. He is actually making available of the apples in that right place so that I can run and buy, because I am busier than him. I have to run more bigger errands or bigger things. They are very priority than him. We feel like that actually. Generally, ego plays there. We feel that we want to be special. We want to be different. What we generally trying to make here is we want to feel right, not special, not underestimate, or not lower evaluate, not higher evaluate. The right feeling. But suppose how I should feel about you in this very room. I generally say that there are people who travel from very far. They all are co-explorers. They have food and luxury, everything at their home. They have traveled here to understand the knowledge. So I should be standing here, make their day special, try to convey this knowledge so that they utilize their time effectively, and I should help them. That is what my take here. That is what my feeling. And I should act accordingly. So that my primary feeling is make you comfortable. So that you will gain something, and after that your life should be more qualitative. The self should be more qualitative. When you think tomorrow suddenly some desire comes up, you should be able to rightly evaluate the desire. So this ego makes us to over-evaluate ourselves. That is where we trap in psychological trap. Everybody has to work towards that. And ego, actually, when you have ego, there is one more thing freely comes. That is fear. When you say I want to be self or centric or very special, if you are not being special, that means it kicks in. Fear kicks in, says that hey, you are not being special. You have to be very special. Otherwise, you are not special at all. There is no value at all. So all these things comes in. When you are doing right thing, working for your own quality, upbringing of your consciousness or self, you should not fear anything. You should be more happily, honestly do whatever you want, but with one agenda. That is actually helping for your well-being. Yesterday I had certain understanding. Today I should have more better understanding about it. That is a feedback system. That is how individual is supposed to be. Otherwise, we are all trapped in psychological trap. We never come back. That I should be special. I am already special or something like that. Generally, we all are special by birth. There is no different specialty we need to have. Every individual is a special. Science talking about that. Now, I hope you have all written or completed these things. Family, look at what are the things you have received from family once again, from society, from nature. Now let's do what we have contributed in the other side, the same section. What I have contributed to the family, society, nature. I think we should run one by one. That is an example. Let's see what comes out of our memory, what we are contributing today to our family, our family members. Try to think. If you are not coming, just think. We will be doing more things. Now let's look at the society. There are examples like helping, educating others, sharing knowledge to the society, contributing donations, helping a neighbor. So there is a request. You should write what you are doing, what you wanted to do, or what you intended to do, or what's supposed to be done as a good. Write the things which are done from your side to the society. Like I feel I like donating to the poor people, that is good, so I am writing. No. Only write which we have contributed. Not I wanted to, or for the sake of good. Once we are done with society, let's go to nature. What things are contributions from me to the nature? Planting trees, nurturing forests, please give a thought. Shall we forward? So, if you see the list, each one of us should reflect where exactly we are. Whether are takers or givers, what exactly happening in the table. Which side it reflect more, receiving it or giving? Are they doing by relation, by affection, or we are paying for that? Even
Family and nature with love, society, some with love, and pay.
There are certain our behavior also conduct. Otherwise, that would have not been. For example, if I go to a seller, a vegetable seller, if I throw a money to him and give 1 kg, whatever, even though if I pay money, I will be able to get that? No. There is certain level of my conduct to be established. So, it appears that we are at the receiving end from all the things. When it comes to this, there is a gap or there is a short list we see. And I don't want to make any conclusion from this. I want everyone to reflect whether can we do more or are we deprived. When you are receiving more, that means we are all happy, right? We are prosperous. We are getting many things. We are not giving any. We are not losing anything. Now, whatever the feeling what we are expressing is actually gratitude. That is coming out of gratitude. Everybody felt their responsibility and expressing that. You know, recognizing, appreciating the efforts towards my survival, my development, and my excellence. All this activity showing that we are well taken care in this world for whatever the short conduct, a short good, whatever the minimal thing, and for that. But are we trying to express that towards them? Have we, for example, in the house, when our mother cooks or whomever the family member does a good thing, have we ever conveyed our gratitude to them that this is a good thing you have done, I'm very happy for that, no, I want this to be continued more. But we feel that as a family member that is granted, that is their job. And what is our job? At least we should recognize that, acknowledge that. It starts with there. That is a relationship. For that, we don't have to be learning anything. That should come born from inside. That is a gratitude feeling. If you practice that, there is a tremendous change. All these questions slowly opens up one by one. When we express gratitude, happiness increases. That with the feeling. As I said, put everything, whatever the discussion we have, put those as one side and go to a shop and praise that guy, saying that you are doing good job because this is not easy, that other side something is, whatever it is, you praise him, he will respect you differently next time. He will also recognize you. That is how you establish a relation. But how you will establish a relation in the family, our partners, parents, siblings, by expressing the gratitude. See what are the things they have contributed for your own well-being. Understand them, recognize them, express. That is how you start inculcating gratitude. For most of the people, expressing gratitude is uncomfortable. As I said, the ego comes first. That means, I have done many things because he is doing because of this and that. He has to be doing that. He is supposed to be doing that. I am paying that. He is actually getting salary. And all okay. But what is wrong? What is big deal if we express the gratitude that even though you are getting salary, nowadays people are not able to do that. There are many people taking only salary. Example. At least somebody is doing work. Recognize that. Even if the people are taking salary, not doing anything, that is also a good thing, right? At least they are not doing harm. Even we should recognize that. Assume I am the person who is not taking salary and you are even appreciating that. Who is in upper hand in the knowledge level? The person who is expressing the gratitude. So push yourself and express it. For example, you have a long-term, unresolved family disputes. We say that because of that, we are not able to, because they have done many things. We generally look for, negativity. What they have done for 10 years, upbringing, whatever the good thing, we immediately forego or forgive it, and we only remember whatever the bad things happen. So then we need to check whether where are we? Are we grateful to what are the contributions, or we are only looking for what has been not done, what has to be done? Put both of the things, what has been done, what we have received, will be a bigger list. What we are contributing should be always, it is always lesser. In earlier activity we have seen that in the family, society and nature, we are in a receiving end, most of the things. So if you mostly focusing on what has not been done, for example, in our family, extended family, we always feel that they have to be doing this, I have not received this gift or that respect, or they have not treated well. That could be only for one of the time or twice, but they would have been doing many things from the past. We should remember that. So we should broaden our vision. Check exactly, evaluate. If the feeling of gratitude comes for some time, suddenly I feel negative, then we need to check whether what is our right understanding. Sometimes we do a small favor or things and we expect from others that I have done this much, his well-being is actually credit of mine, he is not crediting. We need to check really. So gratitude is a practice, we need to reflect it. If we want to inculcate the practice, there are certain different things we can do, like tasks, gratitude general, use visual remember like gratitude jar and write everything whatever the good you felt, throw it into the jar. And if you want to do it for longer days, 21 days gratitude project or practice, every day we should put a book and write all the benefits or good things happen in our life. Why we should do this? Because a simple gratitude journal itself tremendously changes feeling level. It will open up our world. We will be able to see things which we are not able to see in the same place. Doing gratitude general opens up your mind. You don't have to change anything. You will be doing the same job, same family, same things, but the perception, the angle of looking will be changed. You will be a more person with a right understanding actually. So if we shorten all this discussion, that means so many people, so many things are helping for our knowledge, right feeling, physical facilities. We are all dependent. We feel like we are independent of everything, but no.
This one.
Yes.
Saying some gratitude jar.
Gratitude jar. Okay.
You put in a right in a place of paper.
Yes. So see, assume I'm a busy person. I don't find a time to write all this gratitude journal. I put a small jar. Whenever I put a paper beside, whenever I feel gratitude, whenever a good thing happen, I pick up a sheet of paper, small paper, and write that so and so happened to me, that I am very gratefulness, or I need to express thanks to this person and so this. I want to wish a birthday for his birthday. Fold it and throw it and read it once in a week. Why it is important? Because our brain always tend to remember the negativity. In the world, all the media input what we are getting outside, all propagating the negativity. It is our job to polish or brush our mentality. So this is the important practice. Here we able to reflect, right? We are in the receiving end in every aspect, like other person as well. We are a mutually actually coexistent in the family with other human, I mean to say. So any questions? I will try to give you some home assignment if you would like to, but I will pass here to take questions. Any question? Yes, sir.
Giving marks to the beggar.
Beggar.
Beggars of gold on
Yes, yes.
traffic lights. Is it gratitude?
Throwing a penny to a beggar. It depends actually.
No, basically people give, so the line of this,
Yeah.
my internal talk is there always on this. Should we give or should we not?
So the question here is, whatever we donating to the beggar is a gratitude, or how should we look at it? So throwing a penny or donating something to a beggar. So when I generally in a group when we talk, it's an individual perspective. A person should know why he is throwing or why he is donating. Don't take otherwise throwing in the sense, I mean say giving. So for example, if you ask me, generally I come across many beggars. Sometimes I try to offer something, sometimes I don't. Because sometimes I don't find anything in my jib. Beyond that I cannot, because his job is begging. If I not, someone else will be giving him or offering him. Sometimes I see a people and I ask him, I'll question him for 5 to 10 questions. They politely answer. Somebody says that I want money to buy some rice. I said, I ask how much rice you want. I have a luxury, another person is also have a luxury. I am trying to establish a relation. I am not looking at it as a beggar. I am looking at it as an individual person. His profession is begging. What problem in that? Right? Then I ask, what you are trying to beg for? They say this. Then I said, I will provide it. Somebody I have given some 25 kg rice for someone who want to. So there are many things. It's up to us. What we trying to contribute. Again, ego. If I want to contribute, I feel like I'm a rich person. I am throwing something to a beggar. No, other person is also other side as a beggar is a profession, a tag. But he is a person, right? Should understand. And sometimes we don't have to do extreme also. Some of the cases I have seen my friends inviting beggar to home and serving all those things. I think need to do basic age, right? That is how I feel. Okay. There is a home assignment for you to actually reflect on all the people, all the things from the day, from the morning to evening, for your daily routines who have helped, like cook, maid, washer, washing machine, electricity, everything. So note down all those things and try to see paying money. If not money, what else is actually holding this system? Reflect on it on your free time, when you are traveling the train, when you find your own time, So here I would like to end that actually everybody is related to everyone. Relation is starting with that. But when it comes to a family, you have more responsibility to other person. There are two persons without understanding, they can talk many things, problem will not solve. At least one should be in a sound understanding, sound knowledge. The other can follow him. When you are a knowledgeable person, you don't have to worry about many things. So our goal is to improve clarity in thoughts, work for self, and when easily other self understands that. So I'll wait for one more question if something, otherwise we can take offline. But if no questions, I would like to stop here. I assume no questions. And also I feel it's a boring session, monotonous, right? As I said, if I crack a joke, we will hijack the session. No, I don't want to cut this. Just kidding. So thanks.
Suggestion.
Sure.
You can involve people asking them what are they feeling comfortable. Asking them to invite them.
Generally, we do with the students. But when we have bigger